What's good, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We're powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all of sports betting, and it is not close. As many of you know, this is the end of our week as we start on Tuesday, so we've got a lot to get to today at the brand, but as always, before we look forward, we must look back, and it was a busy day yesterday. As I like to say, kind of a ho-hum day, because when game scripts don't go as you think, then a lot of those correlated plays won't hit either. But it is what it is. Prop Stars, again, coming through strong with a 4-2 day, as that Mike Evans was a loss. All right, let's bring in the stars of the show. We got no time to waste. Now, first and foremost, live from Nashville. AB's not on the show. How about Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada? Zach Attack, Zach Simony. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. I don't always wear a hat, but I had to today. How about the Cuse? 6-0. 6-0. Number 14.
Oh, I thought you had hat head or something.
Coming in today, so I had to wear it. I got the curl dripping underneath the hat, but got the hat on.
You got the curl drip. He's got the curl drip. By the way, they played very good. Their defense was outstanding. NC State ranked team. They went in their house. They could do nothing. 9 points. Great defense. This team. Thank you, Zach. All right, now he's bringing strong the soccer picks, and I don't care if he has a good day. If he has a bad day, it's a good day when he is here. Buckets, good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Good, bad, it doesn't matter. We are going to keep going because soccer is year-round. We are always here for some soccer picks.
You're damn right. We've been here every single day since December of 2020. And the next couple of weeks, we're getting a lot bigger. Alabama, good morning.
Good morning. I'm happy we have NHL back, but I'm a little sad. I'm glad AB's not here because Alabama lost. So.
Oh, he would never rub it in. That's not AB style.
I would have rubbed it in if Alabama won, though. So
it was still a great game. So, all right, let's get into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And tonight we have Monday Night Football. Don't forget Early Edge at 5 at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Then, of course, Early Edge live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, counting down to Broncos and the Chargers. But, Zach, Denver has struggled so far. Are they going to struggle tonight?
Well, I will have a pick on that game, but as far as storylines, it's no secret that this is the Denver Broncos have dominated primetime with their scheduling, but they played in close games. They had the 1 point loss to the Seahawks, 1 point win against the 49ers, and then they're just coming off a 3 point loss to the Colts. So you have to wonder if that experience, the team being agitated, playing a divisional game against the Chargers team that's played back-to-back road games, will help them in this spot. And then you have to look forward to, as a team, you're 2-3. If you get this win, you're 500, and the easiest part of your schedule is coming up. The Jets, the Jaguars, you've got a bye week, and then you face a Titans team that is also kind of slumping a little bit. So this is a chance for them to get to 500 and then make their move as they go into the halfway point of the season.
Yeah, and with the Chiefs losing yesterday, they're a little bit closer to the top of that division than they thought they probably would be heading into tonight. Thank you, Zach. We'll get back to you for that pick in a second. Now, no Champions League this week. It's been really fun to watch all these different teams from the different leagues come in and play together. But there's a lot more soccer every single day. Buckets, you're up.
Yeah, so we've got no Champions League, like you said, no Europa League or Europa Conference League either this week. And this is the last kind of easy week before the soccer world just explodes. Starting next week, we go right back to all of the big European leagues. We start the domestic cups like Pokal Cup and the Copa del Rey, and we're also less than a month out from the start of the World Cup. So this is the last week of normalcy for teams to focus on league play and try to get some points before this next couple of weeks is just insane for everybody involved.
All right, I cannot wait for the World Cup. I can't wait for all of the extra soccer special episodes that we have planned for everybody. You, the guru, Brant Sutton, our silent assassin, soccer at SportsLine. Can't wait for that. Now, hockey is back, and a lot of you out there have been waiting for it, but I need a nugget. I need something I can sink my teeth into to get ready for what I'm going to look at as far as betting is concerned. Allie, you're up.
Yep. So obviously having the home ice is a huge advantage in hockey, but we've kind of seen that so far this season as well. Home teams, they're 23-15. That's about 60.5%. And then looking at home favorites, they're 19-9, so 67.9%. Definitely now that we have fans back and everything in the arena, that home ice advantage is really big. So I would definitely just consider that when you're betting. And, that line difference really does, those extra 10, 20 cents really doesn't matter.
It definitely matters, especially if you're betting every single day or, 4 or 5 times a week, 20, 30 cents. It matters a lot. Allie, thank you very much. All right, time to get to our board for the day. And just because it's a Monday doesn't mean we don't have several different picks, but we have to pay those pesky little bills. Here's a word from one of our incredible partners. And we are back. For those watching on YouTube, listening on Apple or Spotify, welcome. This is the Early Edge, and we have one pick from SportsLine. And if you're not a SportsLine member yet, what are you doing? But I'm going to do you a solid. Use the promo code EARLY. Right here, right now, you can have 30 days for free. Sports betting is not just about the picks. It's about the information. It's about community. It's about doing it together. We want you to be a part of it at SportsLine. So we're going to the NHL tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern start. We're going to go over 6.5 goals, Avalanche and the Wild. Last year, these teams were just goal machines, and we don't see any reason why this is going to change. I love the over 6.5. By the way, last year, 6.5 was the highest over that we ever played. If you see a 7, 7.5, stay away. That's way too many goals to get to 8 in a game. All right, now, it is Monday Night Football. It is going to be propped up today. So, Zach, if you don't mind, sir, I would love for you to go first.
Yeah, Coach, I'm going to take the Broncos plus 4.5. And I think, actually, if you look at the SportsLine website, I think the LA Chargers are one of the best teams I've been for ATS. I know I posted their plays the past 2 weeks and cashed with them, so I think I have a pretty good feel with this team. But one thing about the Chargers, they're not going to make it easy, no matter if they have a big lead or if they're down, they're going to come back and make a game of it. But I just don't trust them in this spot. I think they're a better road team, which is one of the reasons why I like them on the road against the Texans, which their defense almost had a letdown after they had a big lead in that one. And then last week on the road against the Browns, they were down 14-0 before they made a game of it. So this Chargers team is definitely sporadic. And I think you look at the Denver Broncos, they are an extremely agitated team on both sides of the football. So maybe if their offense gives them a lead, we can see that defense that people have been hyping up all year long, because they are a good defense, but they just haven't had a chance to play with a lead or any type of control in a game. They're always playing back and forth with the offense, letting them down. So I think this is a good spot for them. A divisional game. Like I said, if they get this win, they've got a nice stretch coming ahead of them against the Jaguars, the Jets, the Titans, and a bye week in between there. So I think this is a good spot. You're getting 4.5 points here. Play the points with the Denver Broncos. And then a small prop here. I'm going to take KJ Hamler over 22.5 yards. Last time we saw him on the field, he was throwing his helmet on the ground in agitation, wide open. The game would have been over, but Russ Wilson just did not see him. And then you look at the offense. Melvin Gordon is dinged up, questionable tonight. Javonte Williams obviously out for the year. So the ground game might not even be there tonight. Their tight end position, 3 guys have been rotating as the main guy. They've done nothing, really nothing for 3 guys. So somebody else has to step up. Let's get a formation out there for KJ Hamler who can get open. I know he doesn't have a lot of yards this year, but they need to change something with that offense. And I think it's going to be Hamler, who only has 2 catches on the year for 60 some odd yards. But tonight he's going to get 3 to go over 22.5 yards.
Incredible information there, Zach. But an interesting development as you were giving out your picks was happening in the chat. Let me just backtrack for a second. Last night, AB had a showdown with an incredible member of the Early Edge community. And, AB had to teach Glenn a lesson. But Glenn is forever an OG because he paid before the game was even over. So, Glenn, you are good with showdowns with us. Now, Zach, my man Billy in the chat, not once, but twice is he asking for a showdown with you. He wants the Chargers minus 4.5 head up against you for a cool C note. Are you in or are you out?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Oh!
Let's do it.
Jake, if you don't mind. Whoa, Jake, don't hit it yet. I need Zach to say, hit the music.
Hit the music.
It's gonna be a showdown.
I love it. All right, Billy, this is your chance. Don't screw it up. Here are the rules. If you lose, you pay by Venmo before midnight Eastern time. Those are the rules. If they are not paid by midnight, you will never be allowed to do a showdown again. And Zach will do the same. All right. Billy, go ahead and put your Venmo into the chat so we have it. And we can, because I have a feeling you're going to win tonight. I don't know.
The line is
no
moving.
offense, Zach. Oh, it's
the line
moving.
is
Which
moving.
Way? Which way?
Denver's
Which way?
side. Denver side. I'll take that half
All
point.
right. But 4.5 is the number. 4.5 is the number. I love a good showdown on a Monday. All right, Billy, you're in. You are officially in. All right, now we've got NHL. You just heard those incredible nuggets from Allie. I would love a pick tonight. Allie, what do you got?
Yep, so I'm going to go with the Rangers in regulation at -140. Igor Shesterkin, the Rangers are 2-0 in his starts of this season, and obviously he was amazing last year, so I would think that would continue into this year, especially against a team like the Ducks. John Gibson, his first 2 starts really weren't that good, 5 and 4 goals allowed, and the Ducks are 1-1 in those, so I mean, either way, they're going to have to put up a lot of scoring, and the Rangers have pretty good defense there, so I think that's going to be pretty difficult, but rather than taking the -1.5, I'd rather take that in regulation and make it down to -140.
It's a really cool way of doing it, too. For those of you who don't know that much about hockey betting, hell, I don't know that much about hockey betting, but there are little ways, like what Allie just did, to bring the juice down that just takes away part of the game, whether it's overtime, whatever it is. And if you're that confident in a game ending in regulation, this is a great way to do it. Allie, thank you very much. All right, now, the other day, as you can see, I'm trying to be nicer to Buckets today because a lot of you out there kept coming at me on the Twitter saying, why are you so hard on Buckets? All he did was come in and save the show the other day. Did you save the show, Buckets, the other day? Did you save the show? Because that's what somebody told me. You're not responding. Oh, all of a sudden you're not talking now. Okay.
Wait, no.
All right. You know, when it's the maestro spot, we never joke around about the importance of that and the importance of soccer to us. The brand, Early Edge, SportsLine is paramount. Plus. See how I did that? All right, Buckets, you're up.
Well, speaking of Paramount Plus, let's start with an Italy Serie A matchup where you could be watching this on Paramount Plus at 12:30 this afternoon. Sampdoria AS versus AS Roma will be playing this afternoon. And what's kind of a weird matchup here, Sampdoria is the worst team in all of Italy. They have yet to register a single win. They have the least goals scored and the second most goals conceded. Roma, on the other hand, has won 6 of their last 8. They've won their last 3 on the road, and they've been in dominant form. AS Roma money line is -135 here. That's great value considering Sampdoria hasn't won yet. Not a single time. So that's going to be our first pick. And then we're going to jump around a bit here. We're going to the Turkish Super League for our second pick and going back to my theme of picking teams that are really, really hard to pronounce here. We have MKE Ankaragusu versus Fenerbahce Istanbul. We're taking Fenerbahce over 1.5 goals in this matchup because not only is Fenerbahce the highest scoring team of all of Turkey, they are having their highest scoring start to a season in club history. They've scored 25 times in their last 8 games. And they're playing an Ankaragusu side who's having their first time in the top flight of Turkish soccer. And they're struggling to maintain anything. They're already falling back into that relegation zone. They can't play defense. They're just trying to survive. So Fenerbahce over 1.5 goals team total is a bit juiced at -150. But I promise you that is worth the squeeze for a team this good. And for our final pick, we're going to Bulgaria. And I do want to say real quick, I haven't seen one of our fantastic viewers call me out for a showdown yet. So if you've got a really strong lean in the Bulgarian league, let me know and we can maybe make something happen.
Oh, snap. Calling out the chat. I like it.
We've got PFK Baro Stara Zagora. Maybe this is why people don't show down this league. Versus PFC Ludogorets Razgrad. We're taking Ludogorets Razgrad money line plus over 1.5 goals in the game at -130. As we talked about in our storyline, Ludogorets is one of these teams that haven't had the chance to focus on their domestic league because they've played at least 2 games a week since June. Nobody in their league is having to deal with this. And now that they finally have their first week off to focus on their league, they are going to come out hungry and they are going to decimate this Zagora squad. Fantastic value for a team that should cover that 1.5 goals by themselves.
In the chat, Daniel says, can we talk about Buckets real quick? from day one. The chat's so busy, I lose my chat when it moves. Where does he go? Can we talk about buckets real quick from show one to now? This dude is taking leaps like Rocky Maivia. There are levels to this game, and my man is getting better by the day. Thank you, Daniel, for that comment. All right. That is it. Grab your paper. Grab your pencils. Here is the recap courtesy of Jake the Snake. And it looks a little something like this. Buckets on 3 big soccer plays today. Roma money line minus 135. Remember, that's the money line, not the draw no bet line. Then Fenerbahce, team total over 1.5 goals. You heard that astounding stat, 25 goals in their last 8 games. And Ludogorets, money line and over 1.5 goals. It's kind of a new thing we've been doing. It's really cool. Basically, instead of having to win by 1.5, they could win 2-1. And that would still be a W for us. I love that play. Justin Herbert, for me, I'm giving this play out officially. Over 261.5 passing yards. Why? Because 4 out of 5 games, he's gone over this number. And I don't know why tonight, with the Broncos not being able to keep their possessions going, Chargers are going to have the ball a lot. I think this number looks great. Then Zach Attack, Broncos plus 4.5. KJ Hamler, this number's down to 22.5. Get it right now. And then one play from the site. Avalanche Wild over 6.5. And then Alley is on the Rangers in regulation minus 140. Don't forget early edge at 5 today at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Then, of course, tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Me and the crew. We're early edge live, cutting down the Broncos and the Chargers with more best bets, more props. We've got the gym. Is somebody going to get into the club? We've got it all. But for now, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, love them all. Alabama, Sack Attack, Buckets, Jake the Snake on the 1s and the 2s. I am the coach. Tell all your friends there's only one place you need to come. Have a good time, learn a little bit, place a few bets, get your day started right here at the Early Edge. Good luck.